on my 34-inch monitor. I have my character sheet over on the 28. I need a 72.
Yeah.
Have you tried just like not being blind?
Yeah.
I tried willing myself non-blind, but it just didn't work.
Yeah. Okay, we're live. Cool. Everybody's here. Great. Quick recap from some of the things that happened last time. You found the way down the second level. You found some shrieking mushrooms and avoided a gas trap, and the shadow shrunk down to a little kitty as he found a trap. Out of that other room, you also found a statue that asked if you wanted experience or possibly revival. I forget what the other term was, but
reawakened, I think.
Reawakening, yes. And Kimba and Shadow jumped at that and asked for experience, and sure enough, they got it. Then the statue went silent. You poked your head around, continuing in the dungeon, and saw a little glint of treasure that turned out to be guarded by a gargoyle that you dispatched quite handily, and you find yourself continuing in the what you assume to be a second level of the Mouth of Doom. That's
There we are. I think I found us.
Yeah. Oh, I sorry. Did I not shift ping? Sorry. Cool. Everybody on map?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So that's where you are. You just beat up a gargoyle and you just found whatever it was I told you found last time. I think it's some gems, treasury stuff.
Not keeping track.
He did not seem to pose much of a problem for the beefier, stronger party. You have come from, I don't know exactly what you guys are seeing. I think we turned on the stuff.
I definitely see it.
Where you came from?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
So
the Fog of War Explorer mode.
Explorer modes. You came from the east, and you have not yet gone west at this point.
And it doesn't look like any of these other gargoyles are anything but statues.
Would you like to poke the gargoyles?
Mage hand.
None of them are moving, and they all look like gargoyle statues at this point.
But they would, wouldn't they?
That's part of their thing, yeah.
All right. I don't remember how many rounds that combat was.
It was quick, maybe a couple rounds.
Okay.
Well, when does Kimba get stoned to flesh?
I don't know. But I have vampiric touch for another 30 seconds if we want to go ahead and, slap all these guys in the face.
You should do that.
Yeah.
All right. Mage hand.
You spend a few minutes poking around the gargoyles, trying to see if there's little hidden pockets behind them, as there was in the first one, and they do not move or jump out and attack you. However, you also do not find any little hidden treasure caches as either.
Okay. Yeah, we tried. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Tell me which way we're going.
Kelvar leading the way?
Yeah, as long as we could come back to the statue.
Kelevar leads the party. Kelemvor leads my soul.
I mean, yeah, we can circle back to the statue later.
I'll just follow along for now.
You did just you did get in a long rest, right? That was before this fight.
My powers are all, all my
Yeah.
numbers back. So
Yeah, you
that's how
stuck
I
a
left it.
yeah, you stuck a long rest back in there, and
Mm.
because I have that written down in notes, so there's been a long rest.
Did we check out the statues at the long rest? Did we check out the statues?
You did
at the
check
long
out the
rest?
statues after the long rest, and they still did not do anything.
Ah, Booker. All
Okay.
right, move on. We'll come back.
Well, do you guys want me out in front, or do you want Shadow out in front to look for traps? Since we're not at a spot wherein my extended dark vision matters.
I think my Firefox should be gone.
You got it for an hour, I think, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't know when did. Oh,
We brought him in for that fight.
Oh, for the combat.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. So I must have not removed my wild shape then. How about I do remove one? Okay.
So you can drag him around for a
That's
while.
enough,
You got
yeah.
an hour.
Okay.
So you poking, are you taking your time, Gullivar, kind of poking for traps and stuff?
Yeah, just kind of going slow,
Okay.
hoping that the Shadow eventually gets tired of me going slow and goes out in front of me. But when we get to this next hallway, looks like there's a lot of doors.
There are a lot of doors. You look down the way it extends west for quite a ways. You see a couple of doors down at the end, and also to the east, you see two immediate doors, one to the south and one to the north.
This one is probably going to be the first one we'll want to check out, based on the way the hallway went.
I'm going to check around the corner real quick on the hallway just to make sure that nothing's waiting right around the corner while you look at the door.
It kind of S-curves down into the darkness.
Yeah, I see that.
You're taking your time, Shadow?
Yeah, we're not in a hurry right now.
Okay. That door is not locked, and it does not have a trap on it. You're able to open it up, and maybe, if I can remember what I'm doing here. You're able to open up, and the immediacy of the room it looks empty, except for an obvious pit in the west side of the room.
Interesting.
Doesn't look like it's, covered or it's been, it just looks like it's a pit.
I'll look over the edge. How deep does it seem to be?
It's about 20 feet down.
Is it just completely empty, or is it?
Give me an investigation check. Yeah, you don't notice anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's empty at the bottom. It's obviously empty at the bottom.
Yeah, while he's sniffing around the pit, I'm just going to come over and kind of listen at the door here.
Okie doke. Kellivar bends in to listen at the door, and upon briefly touching the door, teleports and directly over the pit and falls in.
Athletics check to grab the edge.
Hold on a second. Touches the door, eastern wall, top of the pit. You're pretty much in the center of it. I'll give you a roll. Sure, go for it. It's going to be a high DC, but.
I failed miserably. Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
5 points of bludgeoning as you're 20 feet down in a pit. You do notice at the bottom of the pit there is a little stone, looks like a button-y type of thing that is pressable.
Very button-esque.
Very button-esque. A little, yeah, like I said, it's a stone button that looks like it could very well be pushed.
You want to press the shiny red button.
Yeah, I've got a backup character. I'll push the button.
You push the button. Shadow, make me a. Well, you're out of the way. Shadow, you as Kelevar listens at the door, he teleports over, falls into the pit. You hear him say, "Hey, what's this button?" And he pushes the button. A large slab of rock above falls down
Sweet.
from on top as well.
Oh, geez.
And you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, Kelevar. And the rock is suspended upon a geared chain, and it starts, after it slams down, it starts to, you hear the gears.
Can I
receding.
grab onto it?
Click, click, click. Sure. Yeah, you can ride it up if you so desire. Give me a low DC athletics check. That's good enough. You're able to ride it up, and as it, resets back into the ceiling, you're able to swing yourself off.
That was fun.
How bad is Shadow's hurt?
He had a big rock slab fall on him and fall into a 20-foot pit.
So he says, "I'm fine."
Yeah.
And then when nobody's looking, he cure minors himself.
So that happened.
So this is the bad door?
That was the one
Where's
that
the door?
triggered the teleport.
Okay.
Kelevar said, "Hey, he thinks that's
Careful with that door.
touching that door."
So if somebody else wants to check the door out, I'm going to stand here next to the pit so that if somebody else gets teleported, I can grab them and yank them away before they fall down.
Good plan.
Ooh.
I
I
will
will-
send my dog over.
I was going to say, I'm going to use the mage hand and try to open the door. Check for traps first.
Yep.
See if there's any way to disable this magical one.
Either you don't think you can disable. You don't see any traps as far as that goes. It is locked, but if you take your time with it, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your bonus on your thieves tools for dex?
3.
Give me a. So 23 is your max, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're cool. You take your time, and you're able to feel the lock click, and you push open the door, and it opens up into. You can see across the room. Looks like a well of some type.
All right, Kelevar, you ready to catch me if I get teleported?
Yes.
All right, Kimba crosses the barrier into the room.
Came across the barrier in the room, and nothing happened.
Maybe it's only if you touch the door?
Touch the door. Touch the door.
Kimber, you want to touch the door?
I'll pass.
Okay. There is a pool of water. It looks to be cut into the stone on the eastern side.
Right? Is the water see through? Can I see to the bottom?
Yeah. So you go over and check it out.
Not that weird water again, is it?
It looks to be fairly deep. Give me an investigation or a perception, whatever you're better at. Yeah, it's a pool of water, that's for sure.
It's wet.
Do lizard folk get water breathing in 5e?
They do get something here.
Can we just have him go swimming?
I have a swimming speed of 30 feet, and I can hold my breath for up to 15 minutes at a time.
There you go.
So I dip my hand in the water.
It is definitely water. It
All
does
right.
not eat your flesh or anything like that.
All right.
That's
I'm going in.
reassuring.
You're jumping in?
I'm gonna check it out.
All right. Kimba, being the lizard dude that he is, slithers into the pit of water. You dive down. It's definitely, a cut stone, or all the way down, and you find once you get down the bottom, you can see there is a little golden skull statue at the bottom.
I'm gonna pick it up.
You pick up the golden skull statue. It looks quite valuable. It has two rubies and the eye sockets. Just off the top of your head, you think maybe 500 each ruby, and maybe 1,200 if everything's sold in tack.
You gonna keep that in your own loot, or do you want me to write it down in the party loot?
Yeah, let's put it in party loot. Kimba doesn't see anything else while down there.
You spending some time down there poking around?
Yeah, roughly 14 minutes.
Give me an investigation check.
All right.
Gold statue with ruby eyes.
1,200 total gold pieces.
Investigation.
You don't see anything else. Odd place for a gold statue, but sure.
Great. Kimba comes back up, and I don't feel
So-
weird or anything, right?
No.
No curses or anything.
Not that you're aware of. Just so you know, you could write down that there are gold statue, ruby eyes. Each ruby is worth 500 gold pieces, just in case you need rubies for some type of spell component.
Didn't somebody need ruby dust? Like several hundred GP of it?
I think it was
Currently.
diamond dust for the revivify.
Continual flame uses ruby dust.
Oh, well, there you go.
I mean, we do have a ruby already, so we can keep that statue all together. Because we do have a 300 gold piece ruby
Sweet.
that we can grind up for that to make our continual flame stuff.
Well, you guys don't want to desecrate the interesting golden statue that seems to be of religious significance that we found in a deep pit of water that only our lizard man can find?
Maybe
Put
tomorrow.
it that
There's
way.
It's like, are we playing D&D or are you guys playing Call of Cthulhu over here? I mean,
Well, we're not quite sure yet.
Yeah, Kimba gives that to whoever to put into the party loot, and
Alrighty.
shakes himself off.
You're pretty wet, but you've been soaked before, so yeah, it's no problem for you. You're a lizard.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, there you go. You can dry them off.
Nice.
It's like being under a hair dryer, magical hair dryer.
like resting on a sunstone?
Or stand over next to Ravona's, fire dog for a little bit. That's fine. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I'll dry him up fast.
Hmm.
I can make him breathe on you.
You can flame seed him or something.
No, yeah.
Other than that, in that room, it seems to be empty.
A little unusual, but all right. Just out of curiosity, as long as Calavar's ready, I'm going to touch the door.
Shadow touches the door. He ports over. I'll give you 2 saves. Calavar, make an athletics. We'll say DC 13.
Okay. I thought that I had something with Goliath that gave me advantage on athletics checks, but I don't see it.
We had a
offhand.
guidance first. That'd be kind of handy.
Okay, Shadow. He reaches out for you. He's pretty slow. Give me a acrobatics DC 15. Luckily, you're quite quick and are able to grab his hand because he was a little slow. But you grab him and swing him to keep him from falling into the pit.
Cool. We worked together enough that should have been relatively easy.
Yeah.
Not rusty.
Cats
Yeah.
always fall on their feet.
That's true, yes. There is a door directly to the south, and as Kilavar notes, the deed says the eastern way kind of snakes around.
Okay. Well, let's check this out.
The southern door is not trapped. You take your time. It is locked, however. You taking your time with that?
Yes. Oh, do we want to shut the door behind us?
1 sec. Let me get.
Both the teleporting door and the other one.
I don't want to shut the teleporting door.
I was going to say I can do that with my mage hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but if we needed to retreat to that room, it would be better to be able to retreat to the room and then slam the door, since nothing could touch the door to get to us.
Yeah, okay.
If we're
Yeah,
gonna
we can
fucking
leave it
forget and end up teleporting herself over to the pit again.
Yeah, let's leave the interior one open then.
All right, closing the north one, or the one directly behind you.
Yeah, the one off the hallway, but we'll leave the interior one open.
Okay. Yeah, taking your time.
We're neat and tidy dungeon explorers. We don't want anybody to know we've been here.
Sure. Let's see here. Hold on a sec.
Except for the large bloodstains we've left everywhere.
Details.
Poisonous.
Those are there already. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Or you guys thaumaturging or prestidigitation those up as well.
That's true.
We could.
Let's see here. That was a roll. It sure certainly was. So we'll do this. And we'll do this. Where are you guys at? Okie doke. We'll do this.
Oh, combat music just started.
Shadow is taking his time at this door. It's locked. He finally gets it open. Kimba, give me a perception check, please.
Perception check.
You think you hear some off the distance in the south. You think you hear some scraping of along the floor. It sounds like something walking in the distance, maybe with a little metallic sound to it, armor or something like that. Kind of a little. And Shadow, you click the door, and it unlocks.
So, is there anything untoward looking about the way that Kimba comes kind of creeping back around the corner?
Yeah, I come creeping around the corner, and I kind of wave hand. Everybody. Lizard can't. And just kind of point down the hallway.
Yeah, give me a performance check, please.
Ooh.
Kimba's trying to say something like he wants to go swimming again. You're not really sure what. He's waving his hand like he enjoyed the swimming bath or something. It's tough to tell. But he has something's going on down the hallway, you think. So, yeah.
Well, I'm going to edge back down the hallway a little bit anyway, just because I was nervous about it before when it est.
Yeah. Give me a perception.
I can't see shit.
Yeah, you don't really hear what he was hearing.
I evidently want to go swimming now.
So,
and you look at Kimba, and he's still flapping his arms, and you think maybe he wants to be a bird now?
yeah, he's trying to fly. What? It's not really sure. So,
Basically, putting myself back down where I went before, where I could, where I could see where it asked around.
okay.
You all know fly isn't a cleric spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's up. Fly can't fly. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on a second. You've been taking your time there. You take your time there. You fell in a pit. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You got your dog for an hour?
Yeah.
All right. You're good with the dog still. Yeah. So you're gonna hang out there, or are you hopping in this door? Shadow. You waiting?
Well, given that Kimba was doing that pantomime, which didn't make a lot of sense, it's like, okay, what is it, boy?
Yeah, I just say it. I say I heard
Ah.
something down the hall.
Okay, there you go. All right.
It was scraping like metal.
All right,
Whatever.
we're gonna leave this door shut for now.
Mhm.
Okay.
And address whatever is on its way down here.
So
Where would be a good place to
You
find
guys,
it?
see
you guys
down to
didn't
this part?
understand that. I was pointing that way and scraping with my hands. My little forked tongue, slips out. My arms are flapping. That's metal.
So basically, if anything crosses where I can see down there,
Yeah.
because I've got just enough viz to see that section of the hallway.
Gotcha.
So if anything crosses that, then otherwise I'm just kind of standing on guard.
All right. You wait. It doesn't take more than a minute. You catch a glimpse of a skeleton in some chain armor, and he looks to sort of hit this corner, and he turns around. Although it's a skeleton, well, you've got your dark vision. You can see it forever. Give me another perception, because it's pretty quick. Oh yeah, you catch it. It's a really weird looking skeleton. It's actually a black skeleton.
Oh.
And that brings to mind something that you heard.
Yeah, the old guy at the tavern.
The old guy saying the black skeletons will, if they hit you, you're as weak as a kitten. So it kind of scrapes along. It looks like it, is potentially patrolling the area, or maybe he's just lost, or you don't know what is in the mind of skeletons. Maybe the DM just rolled a random monster. You don't know.
Okay.
But yes, he hits that area and he turns around. And if you wait for 30 seconds, the sound gets a little less, and then you don't hear anything.
Okay. Well, I'm going to relay what I saw to the rest of the party since we're still up here and not down there.
It's probably best to stay out of his way then.
Okay. Well, let's. Hopefully, he's not going for friends.
He did not seem to, notice you or anything like that. So.
Does anyone have any spells that might be able to root him in place? So we could, stop him and then hit him from range and he could never touch us?
Oh no. No.
I don't think this would affect undead. Because I don't know if skeletons have int scores. But hideous laughter would probably do the trick.
Hideous laughter is a good one.
Or
If they
like
keep-
tangle, or
If they keep failing their save.
Right.
there's a second level druid spell that does it. I think it's like stone earth or something like that, piercing stone. I don't know. Yellow's got nothing.
Nope. I don't have anything of that sort.
Well, anyways, you all sit around and think about that. Like I said, the noise is gone.
Oh.
You can
All
sit and wait longer if you desire.
No,
Come back.
let's open that door. And
Do you want me keeping guard here, or do you want me over there by the door?
I think we'll probably be better off with everybody by the door. But
I will hide
Still
behind
can
you.
Yep, it is locked, like I said, but you were able to unlock it after given some time. The immediacy of this room, you notice, is random, random scrawls of symbols and language and sentences on the ceiling, on the floor, on the walls. It's all looks like it's in common, but you can't comprehend any of it particularly.
Like it's cipher or something?
It looks like kind of. I mean, you just incomprehensible at this point.
Some sort of madness took over the person who wrote this.
I know. I'm afraid that it'll actually make us mad if you actually know how to read, get to read it or something.
Yeah, it's a
Either
little
that
weird.
or we're fighting the Riddler.
You think it? You know, I mean, yeah. Like I said, it doesn't particularly, you know, mean anything to you by anybody looking at it. Potentially something like a, you know, magical comprehend languages or something like that might do something. Or it doesn't. I mean, there's nothing obviously magical about it, but you have means of, you know.
You guys want to spend a few minutes? I do have comprehend language as a ritual.
I'm not in a hurry. I
And
sort of
detect
want to burn
magic.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can shut the door. That way, whatever's patrolling the hallway doesn't see us.
And there's a door directly here to your west as well.
Okay. Yeah, we can check out the room, the rest of this room while you do the comprehend languages, and then I'll inspect that door while he's doing the ritual. And that way, we can go through that if we don't find anything of interest here.
Sounds good.
All right, so you're doing the detect magic ritual or the comprehend language ritual?
We'll start comprehend language.
All right. And while he's doing that, Shadow, you're saying you're checking this door?
Yes.
That door is not trapped. It is, however, locked similarly to the other one. You are able to unlock it. You open that up, and it is it is an empty room. As you poke your head in with a door to the south. And Talnair is still doing his thing, depending on kind of how much time you guys give him to do that before you do your thing, and if you're poking around more.
Yeah, the plan was to get the door unlocked and.
Yeah, that takes a few minutes, taking your time, rolling your
Okay.
20.
Yeah, we'll go over this room while he's doing the ritual. Just in case there's a blast radius, we might be out of it.
Okay, sure. Seems reasonable. At the end of, you were down there for a couple minutes. There's another 10. I don't know. Let's say you got about another 5 or 10 minutes on the fire dog. Talnair, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Talnair starts. He goes running over to this wall, and he says, "Don't you see? Don't you see? This is where the aliens come down." And then he runs over this wall. And oops, sorry, Talnair, I didn't make. Then he runs over this wall, and over here, this is where the blog monsters.
The next time,
blog monsters.
tackle him.
And you want to tackle him?
I'm not going to tackle him to the ground. Yeah.
Okay, you tackle him to the ground. He doesn't seem to care too much about it as he continues to ramble on and point at the very incoherently pointing at the words and trying to explain to you in that makes absolutely no sense of what those words are. And as you tackle him to the ground,
We closed the hallway door, right?
You closed the hallway door, yes. Did I not close it?
No.
It doesn't look like it. Looks like we can still see out it.
Click. Yeah, as you tackle him to the ground, you let me do this. You see a person pop their head through a southern door there, Shadow, followed up by a fleshy being that looks like he's just been sort of stitched together. And the guy with the with crazy eyes says, yes, this is where the," and he starts rambling the exact same thing Talnair is rambling, and he says, but unfortunately, those are my secrets, and he and now you almost die knowing my secrets.
Oh no.
Yeah, so oh oh no, darn it, my API is down. Hold on a
But
second.
it is not our time.
Yeah, let's see, down the well.
See if you could convince him that.
Setting. Restarting the API. Yeah, and Talnair is laughing, insane like. He certainly, oops, it, and group init. What'd you roll for me?
13.1.
All right. Cool, that's better. The dog is not there, right? He goes on Ravona's turn.
Yeah, it's on mine.
Descending. Yeah, so he pops in and he says, yes, now you all must die, knowing my secrets. And he casts a spell. And if Talnera knew anything, he would recognize it as a bunch of weird spirit things start flying above him, flying all around him. And he moves. Well, he's not dumb. He stays right there. And he does point to the little stitched together flesh monster, and yes, kill them. And the little stitched together flesh monster seems more than happy to do that. Kelevar, you're kind of on top of down there, right? At this point.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding him down.
Okay. He comes in, and I don't know. Shadow's closest, so seems happy with that. He tries to slam you. 13's gonna miss.
Yes.
Ooh, ouch! This could hurt. 27's not gonna. Ooh. 17 bludgeoning.
I am going to do my uncanny dodge.
All right.
Half. Yep. So
Cool.
only 9. Is it?
Right round down, whatever. So yeah, so 17 rounded down.
Hey, question: is Yaz? Was it Yaza?
Yeah,
Malda? Is he within 30 feet of Kelvar?
Can Kelevar see him? I don't think he can see you.
It doesn't actually say that you can see.
Okay, let's see.
It's like when a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use a reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet of you to become the target. But it doesn't say that the second one has to be seen.
That seems crazy, but sure. Probably, yeah. Oops. Yep, he is.
Okay.
Do it to him.
Yeah, I'm going to cloud run it to him.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Then he gets hit. And lets out a confused scream, although he's confused already. Shadow.
I am going to stab him.
Alrighty.
Probably don't have advantage on the attack, so I won't get sneak, but still.
Is Kimbo within 5 feet of him too?
Nobody's physically engaged with him right now, but yeah, you hit him. But no sneak.
So just 6.
Piercing. Is that the +1 dagger?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. He's fleshy. He's easy to hit.
Okay.
Your dagger sinks in quite well.
And then I will use my bonus action to disengage and get over here.
Alrighty. And killer arm.
I am going to slap the hell out of Talnair, trying to snap him out of whatever the hell's he's doing. So, full on backhand pimp slap to try to sober him up.
Shake it off, Talnair. We've got trouble. And slap, slap. And Talnair is slobbering and babbling on about crazy things as a crazy spark in his eye remains.
Oh,
Don't you see?
I messed up.
Yeah, sorry.
I should have used booming blade on the attack.
Oh, that's fine. Sure.
Let me roll the damage on that.
Same damage, but he gets damage if he moves.
So he gets a D8 because I'm level 5, and then he'd get 2D8 if he moves.
Okay.
So
let's see. Thunder damage. Okay, cool. Yeah, Talnair is out of it, babbling like an idiot.
Well, that was my action. I don't have a good bonus action, so I am gonna shift a little bit, just so that I'm actually not like on the ground or anything like that. I'm back up on my feet and standing like right here, kind of keeping Talnair under control.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's. Talnair doesn't seem like he's interested in anything else except for reading the writings. So he doesn't seem like he's.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll draw the hand axe.
Okay. Ravona.
So far I'm seeing only one target.
Yes.
Well, gotta tell the Firefox to flame seed that one.
Flame seed. Okay. That's gonna hit. And for 4 fire.
Did she? Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. Why is it advantage? 18
I think
for
it just
fire, yeah.
Yeah, it always rolls that.
Okay.
You notice that.
Sorry.
You notice that the little sewn together flesh guy does not like that fire on him. He kind of jerks. Fire bad. He doesn't say anything, but he kind of jerks away from it.
Oh, good news.
And looks a little somewhat confused by it. What else you got?
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, I could try a scorching ray on it then.
Alrighty. That's gonna hit.
Let's see. How many do I could do 3, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I can do 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it's three separate rays, 3 separate spell attack rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, sweet. Okay, so you hit him for 9. Wow, you hit him for another 19, another 9.
19 plus 9, yeah, 20.
Wow. Yeah, he is.
Oh no, the third one doesn't hit, does it?
Flambe.
Yeah, the third one actually hits him. Yeah.
Oh,
so, yeah, he is not
He's
happy.
a slow shambler.
He turns his attention toward the person spitting fire at him.
Yeah, you're gonna want to move.
Or do you wanna move
Yeah,
anything?
I don't know where to move.
Move behind Kimba. Move behind Calabar. Run around the edge of the room.
Yeah, I
She's got
could.
her doggy. She can teleport.
Yeah, I was thinking about teleporting, but you guys gonna need to take
Oh, the
Yeah.
dog already spit.
Yeah, he
spit
already
Not
spit.
this round, but yeah.
Yeah, go run around behind Kimba or Calabar.
Yeah,
You got the
I'll
move
do that.
for it, so
Yeah, I should be able to.
that way he'll run into either of them if he tries to get you.
All right.
Yeah, I
You
should be able
dash
to
around
get here.
the edge of the
Yeah.
thing. And down there, would you like to babble some for us?
You totally skipped me.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Kimba, did I?
Yeah,
Kimba.
I'm after Ravona.
Oh, okay.
Kimba's gonna step just down here and looking at Yaza. Does he have any weapons on him?
He has a mace.
Okay, but he did just cast a spell, and it
Yep.
looks like
He
spirits
has.
are
It looks like evil spirits flying around him,
guarding him.
like they were guarding him or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast silence in the back of the room here
Okay.
to force
is-
him to come into the room if he
It
wants
is.
to do anything.
It is silent. And that's bing, 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 bing. Yeah, that's just about the doorway there. So
Which is perfect because if it was any more, you would have nullified the booming blade.
Exactly. I definitely want to keep it just in that room.
Okay, he walks to the door. Well, it is silence. He knows what silence is, although he is crazy. He can move to there, can't he? Yeah, he can get there. All right, he'll move to there. And that is a concentration spell. And he will cast a spell on himself, and you see.
When he was going through the doorway, did he come within my threatened range?
No, he stuck around past his golem-y buddy there.
Okay, so he flattened himself around the other edge. Okay.
Yeah. He will cast this on himself. At this. Bing, bing. And you see him cast a spell, and his wounds start to heal somewhat. However, what's my spirit guardian things?
It's at the beginning of anyone's turn who
Anyone's
starts their turn.
Starts their turn. All right. The flesh golem is not excited about Ravona, but
Is he smart enough to understand that if he moves, he'll take the thunder damage, or is he too dumb to know that?
He's definitely going to move. He's just. I guess he could still move and He's still within everybody's space there, but he's going to be in the middle of everybody. That's okay. He'll take the damage. Roll me 2d8 or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, squeeze between us like that?
Yeah, everything's fluid in battle. 13.
Oh wait, sorry, that was the.
Oh,
Why did it roll to hit? That was supposed to just be the damage, but. So why is it? That is really annoying that it's doing it that way. That's not right.
Well, the 3 is still 2d8.
Yeah, the 3 is the right roll there.
Okay.
I don't know. I got to figure out. I'll have to set that up differently because that would work fine for the attack, but you know.
2 slams. Ravona. Oops, sorry.
Whoa.
First one's 15. Second one is 8.
Yeet.
So 23.
Yeah, there's a reason I ran away from this guy.
Sorry.
Oh,
Actually, no. Well, he hit anyway. Ravona, it looks like, it looks like his fire is, causing him problems to swing, but it didn't cause him that much problem because
well, so Ravona's still within 5 feet of me, so can I intercept?
Sure.
On that?
Yeah. So what's that? 1d10. So 6. So
Helps a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So 15 and 8. So 15 and 2. So 17 points of damage.
17. Okay.
Yeah. That was the flesh golem. Shadow.
Currently, that flesh golem's really the threat, so I'm gonna swipe at him with booming blade.
Alrighty. That's gonna miss. Surprisingly.
Okay.
That's a rare.
Disengage and move away.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna. I'm going to. You're kind of on the edge there. I'll let you. I mean, you didn't hit him, so I'll let you. Doesn't matter. We'll just say you missed. You realize that getting close to him is going to put you in the midst of these spirits that seem to be flying all around him. That's what sort of kept you from being able to make that hit.
Gotcha. Okay.
But they did not hit you. Gullivar, you're in the midst of a bunch of spirity things flying around you. Make me a whatever the hell it is. Hold on a sec.
I wouldn't know. I don't have that spell.
Yeah, I don't know. Give me a wisdom save. It is not a DC 0, but yeah, no problem. Is that half damage? Spell description, not a fail save. Self save uses half as much damage, so 5 necrotic damage, and your movement is at half.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm next to this flesh golem, so I think I'm going to hit it with my axe.
Okay. Is this a magical axe?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Sweet. Yeah, then you hit quite easily and take a chunk of flesh off the fleshy golem.
And then bonus action, I'm going to use my second wind because, well, I'm at a third of my hit points.
Alrighty. Are you happy where you're at?
Yeah, I'm within 5 feet of everybody I need to be within 5 feet of, so yeah.
You are in the midst of the spirit guardians.
Angry spirits, you said that they've got a radius, though. Is there room to get out of them and still stay within everybody's range? I don't see a circle here for the radius.
Not particularly. Oh, let me put this up. Sorry. Guess I did not have that so everybody could see it. There is his radius.
Oh, well, in that case. That keeps me within range of the fleshy and puts my center out of the radius. Is that enough to keep me out of it next turn?
Yeah, that was where Shadow was sort of attacking from. It's one of those you're kind of half in, kind of half out. So, I'm going to just call it like if you want to physically attack next turn, it'll be like a -2, assuming because you're kind of trying to avoid
Okay.
Avoid getting in the stuff. But yeah, you can dance on the edge of it from where you're at.
Okay.
Ravona.
Oh, calling the dog over to teleport me here.
Okay. Dog runs over to you and teleports you over there. Oh, but you did start your thing in the thing, right? That started your thing. So roll me
what is that thing?
Roll me a wisdom save, please.
It's Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what is it? 3. Still take 10.
I
Ouch.
hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the dog also started in the Spirit Guardians.
Oh, the dog started in the Spirit Guardians. Make a wisdom save for the dog. Thanks, bad news guy. I like Spirit Guardians.
It's only fair.
He is secretly a servant of Orcus.
Then dog takes 10.
Then, at least dog will be all right for.
That's the dog's move, and you still
And I
have
still
the-
could have an action if
Yep.
I want to. I'll just go to throw a rock at this thing. Might as
All
well.
right. You throw a rock at it. No problem.
Oh yeah.
That
Woohoo!
rock just slams right into his chest, bounces off. He still is looking at you like he doesn't like you. Kimba.
All right. Kimba needs to put a stop to this, so he's going to move over here.
Oh, Kimba, make me a wisdom save. All right.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Look at you, trying to kill the dog and skipping yourself.
A wisdom save.
10 necrotic.
And that means I have to make a con save.
Oh, con save. Oh, yeah, just barely.
To keep my
Silence going.
silence. And the con save is
Yeah, that's it. You need to roll
Okay,
10 or
yeah.
better.
all right. And then Guy will get a attack of opportunity on me as I leave his threat range.
Oh, yeah, the flesh golem. Thank you. Gosh, you're really trying to beat yourself up. That's nice of you. Thanks. Let's see. There's a slam. 10.
Does not hit.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to use a second level inflict wounds
Ouch. Okay.
on this guy.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to hit him. It does not hit him. You reach out to touch him in the bad place, and he's able to avoid you. He is wearing a chain shirt. You happy staying where you're at?
Yeah.
All right. Talnera, would you like to babble something for us? You know what? Make a intelligence. Make an intelligence save.
Okay.
You know, you're crazy, but you. Yeah, you know, something's hurting you here. So make me a wisdom save.
I don't wanna.
And take only 3 points of damage. And you're like, man, these things are bugging you for reading
Is
this.
resistance rounded up or down?
If
got
you're
necrotic
resistant, if you're resistant, so yeah, you can round it whatever's in your favor.
Oh, so
So take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
But still, it's annoying, and it's bugging you that you can't. So you can move out of the Spirit Guardians. As a matter of fact, right over on this wall, there's some great writing that really needs to be read.
Oh, okay. Kind of roll over there and just kind of crawl my hands and feet, hands and knees over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Walking
You
my
just
parrot across the ocean.
yeah, you paddle exactly. You're paddling on a. You don't know. It's but that's fascinating on that wall. It's oh my god. It's You love that.
Okay.
Sorry, down there.
Oh, you're good.
Yaza. He is going to. He's just going to go for good old Sacred Flame on Kimba. Kimba, make me a Dex saving throw, please. What's his that level? He's got that. Blah blah blah. That's going to save.
So like,
you're. No, you take no points.
oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I need an air horn now so that we can like scream out, Kimba saves.
Kimba saves. Flesh Golem. He really doesn't like the. Did he get? This is a new round. Did he get hit by fire this round? I don't think
Nope.
he did.
My dog saved me instead.
Calavar, if you want to, if your objective is to try to keep this guy from attacking Ravona, you can give me an intimidation check or something like that. Okay. You annoying him enough that he turns his attention toward you. 11 and 23.
Yeah, 23 hits.
10 bludgeoning.
Well, I'm going to pop Stone's Endurance on that because I can't don't want to eat it otherwise.
All right. Well, there you go. That's 0 points.
Perfect.
All right. I am going to run up to the golem, sneak attack, booming blade.
You don't want to go that way. You want to go around behind me.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're going to run into the.
Because otherwise, you're going to run in the circle.
Yeah, but if I start it my turn in there or end or whatever,
It's when
if
you
I
enter
duck
as
in
well.
and duck out. Oh, it's when you enter. That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to say. I mean, he's easy to hit, but you're still kind of on the edge. So I'm going to say like -2. Oh, that's.
Oh, come on.
That's going to miss horribly. Yeah, you're really having a tough time with the spirit guardians. You don't really want to get your arm in there to stab him.
Okay, and I'll disengage and run back.
All right. Calabar. Like I said, it's just -2 to hit. That's going to hit, and you are chopping away.
How badly chopped up is he looking?
He's looking pretty darn bad. Like you would say, 3/4 bad.
Oh, not bad.
Missing large chunks of flesh, and oddly, he doesn't really bleed. They just fall off and clunk
Okay.
around. So
Cool.
yeah. You happy where you're at?
Yeah, I'm going to keep dancing around on the edge over here.
All right, Ravona.
Well, I will. Sorry. I'm gonna take some good berries, and my dog will flame seed.
All right, flame seed away. Are you flame seeding what?
This
golem?
guy away. Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna hit.
I'm gonna move back.
And once again, he does really not like that fire damage.
Okay.
Pink.
Let's hit 10. Maybe I'll survive next.
I
don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Kimba needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh, Kimba needs to make a wisdom save. That's right. Thank you, Kimba, for hurting yourself. 8 points of damage, necrotic.
And then con save as well for concentration.
Con save. Thank you.
Yep.
That's still DC 10. Oh man. Yeah.
Right on the mark.
It's still silent in the other room.
And Kimba is going to. Yeah, I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna use second level inflict wounds.
Second level touch. He reaches for the bad touch.
Jeez.
Eesh. Yeah. All these. Somebody shouldn't have somebody shouldn't have played Spirit Guardian so well in the last game because I know how good they are. You happy where you're at, Kimba?
No. Kimba's not happy.
Stop trying to touch him, bite him or something.
Kimba's gonna run down this way.
All right. He's going to whack you with his mace as you run away.
All right. You can try.
17.
Does not hit.
All right. Okay, cool. Talnair, that's the writing there is great, except it's even better. It's even better right over here. That makes a lot more sense. And he
Yo,
tried
Eureka! I figured it out! And I messed up my hair. Aliens! Hear me out!
Yeah. So you're trying to get everybody's attention, and you don't know why they care about this other shit, because this is it right here on the wall. He is going to. He's going to step. He doesn't really want to step right next to the flame dog, but he'll step right here. And he can heal himself up a little bit more, so he's going to do that. He's going to cast another spell on himself. Pink. And he heals up a little bit more. And he's yelling over at Talnair, actually, shut up, stop telling the secrets. And he's not happy with Talnair. The flesh golem, he looks shaken from his last fire attack, but he's still going to try to attack. The 9 is going to miss, and 11 is going to miss. Looks like he's not swinging as well after being hit by fire. Shadow. Shadow, you are the only person that I'm going to say has an option of not being in this, because you're a small kitty and you can hug up against the wall right there.
Okay, well, I'm going to basically use my bonus action for steady aim, and I'm going to throw my dagger at Yaza.
All right.
So I have a sneak attack against him.
And advantage.
And I'm hoping to do enough damage.
That's going to hit. 16 points. And he's got to make a con save.
Does the DC on that change because of the amount of damage he takes? I thought it did, doesn't it?
Once it gets high enough, it's a 10 to begin with, and then I think it's like half the damage you take.
Yeah, it's got to be 20 to make a difference over 10. So it's con save is 10. But here he goes. Yep. He shakes it off. I mean, he doesn't shake off the 16 points damage. That hurt him as the dagger sunk into him, but he is able to keep up his spirit guardians.
Okay.
Dagger is stuck in him right now?
No, not stuck in him, but it sinks off of his, gashes him in the arm.
Okay, and this is a whiz save for the spirit guardians?
Wisdom save. Yep, sorry.
Failed out.
Ouch. 17.
Ouch.
Necrotic.
Sweet. I am down under the number of hit points that a first level cleric would have.
Not
okay.
Fun.
And then so because of this, my move speed is halved.
Yeah.
Still enough to let me go there, so I'm not out of range of the flesh golem, but I am close enough to Yaza that I can hit him.
Yep. The nine's gonna miss.
Okay, action surge. I'm going again.
All right. The 17 is gonna hit.
Okay, and when I do that, I'm going to touch my belt buckle and invoke my fire rune.
Oh, okay. What's that do? Target takes an extra. You can invoke someone on fire. The target takes a 2d6 damage. It must see a strength saving for your strain for a minute. Okay. So give me the 2d6. It does not matter, as the fire consumes him, and he falls to the ground, screaming in a incoherent babble. Yeah.
Nicely done.
nice.
You happy where you're at?
Yeah, I'm probably going to go down when the flesh golem hits me, but you know what? It's what it is.
Ravona, you do not have to make a save because there is no more spirit guardians flying
Good.
around you.
Just do another 3 rays of scorching rays.
3 scorching rays. That hit, and that hit. 16. Ooh.
That's 16.
Okay. Yeah, it is a horrible smell of burning flesh, but he's still standing.
Add flame seed to that.
And the flame seed, that's going to hit. And the flame seed is enough to cook the. Let me see what this guy has. If he has anything special, I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. The flame seed is enough to cook the golem as he falls to the ground, reaching toward Kalavar. Ouch.
Hard.
So yeah, and it is somewhat quiet now, except Talnair is still screaming at everybody that
I found Waldo!
he's found Waldo.
He's
Exactly.
been behind my couch the entire time!
Okay, well, Kelavar is going to cure minor Kimba because he hasn't done that yet today, I don't think, and Kimba said he needed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get my hit points up with a cure wounds.
I can cure minor anybody else who's damaged as well at least once because we had that long rest. So Ravona needs one.
Are we done with battle? Oh,
Yeah, it's like I said, oddly quiet except for Talnair screaming about all the walls.
Shadow and Talnair need any?
Yeah, so
I'm down a little, so yeah, might as well patch ourselves up and.
Okay.
So which one gets the 3?
So the 3 was for Kimba, the 4 was Ravona, the second 3 was Shadow. Was Talnair damaged?
Talnair was crawling around in the on the floor with the spirit guardians a little bit. He doesn't look bad at all. He can't tell you. He can't tell you, however, but he looks.
I'm gonna cure minor him anyway, just in case, because he was up in here with it, and that way also I don't have to worry about cure minoring anybody else for us today because the entire party will have gotten it.
Sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then I can cure minor the entire party too, right?
You can, yes.
That would be wonderful.
I do not need it right now. I'm only down 1 point, so don't waste it until later.
I'm only up to at 50% right now, so I could use one more.
Right. That's for me.
Just remember to
That's
track
for
that.
Ravona.
Track that
Thank
shit,
you.
so I don't have to.
Yeah.
That's for Kelavar.
Thank you.
And then Talnair and Shadow don't need it.
Correct.
Well, that was a brisk fight.
Yeah, that could have been
I'm
a
going
little
to use a cure wounds on myself as well.
All right.
Yeah, that was close to being brutal.
Yeah, I should actually probably cure wounds myself as well.
All right, now I'm back at max. That was a good cure wounds.
Very nice.
My cure wounds was not that good. But I'm almost back up to half, so I'm good enough.
So Kimba goes to Taldair and asks him, "What have you learned?"
Oh my goodness.
Everything.
Yeah.
And while he's talking to him, he wants to take a good look at him and try to discern if it's just some sort of madness or is it a curse.
I don't know. Give me an Arcana check or a medicine check, whichever one you're better at. Well, give me an Arcana check and a medicine check.
If he's doing medicine check, can Calavar assist with that?
I don't know. Can Galar?
Calavar is proficient in medicine.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you can roll it again, Kimba. But 21's pretty darn good. I'll say that. I mean, you think it's a magical affliction. Yeah. You think that it's no coincidence that once he tried to comprehend the uncomprehended things that
Who said we
in
weren't playing
your
Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah, I was about to say that as well.
in your experience, you
mean-
know, you know of spells such as lesser restoration that can kind of help sometimes, or if it is a curse, you certainly could cure a curse, but you're not, it is magical in nature.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
All right.
sure.
you don't know if
I
it's a
do-
forever. You don't know if it's a forever thing or not. I mean, he's not down there. Is not he's not swinging at you or trying to kill people around him. He is just seriously engaged with the room full of stuff. And Talon, he also begins to try to figure out ways to start writing on the wall himself.
I guess the question is as Talnair continues to try and make sense of the writing and write his own, will it continue to affect him? Like, is he just redoing it to himself?
That's a hard one to answer. I mean, you see what's happening, is all I can say. He's incomprehensible to you. It sounds like a lot of gibberish. To him, it makes perfect sense. He's happy to explain it to people who want to listen. Uh, you know, but as of now, it's literally only been a couple of minutes.
Okay.
He ignored combat. He continued to ramble and do his thing.
All right.
I don't know.
Kimba says,
That's what you know. I mean, I'm not trying to be.
No.
No.
obtuse,
I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
Kimba
While
says,
we're back-
shut the other door. Let's take a short rest. And if it doesn't wear off, then I've got both remove curse and a scroll of luster restoration, so we can escalate as needed.
We
But
should
let's go ahead and take a short rest.
we should probably check out this golem and Yaza first. Make sure that the golem's not going to reconstitute or anything like that, and that Yaza didn't have anything dangerous on him.
Yeah, I mean, just rifling through their things, we could do that while short resting.
Yep.
Okay.
The flesh golem is a flesh golem. He doesn't have anything on him. Yaza has a chain shirt. He also has a mace. And Kimba, you see that the mace has a depiction of Orcus on the basically kind of an Orcus's head as the mace part of the mace.
Well, that
Kimba
explains a lot.
hisses.
Does it, beside it being ugly, does it appear to be exceptional at all?
Nobody got hit by the mace, correct?
No.
No.
No,
You can actually
this would
swing it at all.
be missed.
Yeah, he swung and missed. It does not seem exceptional.
Okay.
Kimba, if you would like, we can remove this. And Calavar pulls out his smith's tools and offers to remove the effigy of Orcus from the maze to, assist with, ensuring that we're not letting Orcus's taint spread. I said taint spread.
Please do.
That's
And
that's power.
while Kelavar's removing that, he's going to closely watch to see if anything curse-like happens or anything like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, let me read something here. Figure out what we're doing. Do. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, you do so. The nothing. The outside door. Give me. I don't know. Everybody, give me perception. Well, is anybody particularly? Nobody said they were, so I'm going to say no. So forget about it. No perception checks for anybody. Yeah, you make it through the short rest though, so you can do your short rest stuff. It's a little annoying because Talnair continues to talk through the entire thing and ramble on and ramble on. But an hour goes by and he continues to ramble on. Ramble on. Sorry.
All right.
Now I'm thinking of. Anyway, go ahead.
Kimba's going to use his scroll of lesser restoration.
Kimba uses the scroll of lesser restoration. Talnair, your brain becomes coherent again. Wait, what's this mean? But it's almost a sad thing because you really you knew it. I mean, you knew the meaning. You understood it all, and it starts to fade, and you're not really sure why. And once again, you find yourself staring at a room full of symbols that you can't make heads or tail of.
Oh, he can't remember.
Okay, guys, give me like 10 minutes. I'll figure this out.
No.
Don't do that again.
Yeah, we explained to Talnair what happened and that he doesn't get XP from this fight.
Also, just time check for Thor or Tor.
Oh, and your dog goes away too, by the way.
You're about a half hour up from when you have to be gone for a bit.
Oh yeah, just keep track of the time there. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go in about 15, probably in about 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll happen. Talnair. They tell you about the big battle, and you're like, because you see the dead flesh golem and dead looks like crazy cleric, and piece it all together. What happened? But in the back of your mind, you're thinking, this place is this. I might have to come back to this place. It has the meaning.
Okay.
No.
It's not a compulsion or anything, but it's just a sad day. So nothing. I mean, you.
Well, guys,
not in the immediate room. No.
Well, guys, he came from that next room over to the south. Do we want to go check that out next?
Yes.
You must destroy all of Orcus's things.
You pop in there and you see that there is a bed chamber down here. Kimba, you walk in confidently, and
This is where we should have short rested. Oops.
And dog's gone. You see a chest, and it is just some bare essentials in the room. Nothing jumps out at you. There are some scribbles and stuff on the wall, but not nearly as much as in the main entry room there.
All right, Kimba's going to wait for Shadow to check out that chest.
Taking your time on the chest.
Yes.
Okay, taking your time, no problem. It is locked and it is trapped. But you're taking your time. Bunk, bunk, bunk. Man, that's okay. Da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba. Clink, clink, clink. Okay. Yeah, but you are able to disable a mechanical poison dart trap, and you pop it open. There are 3 potions in there, and a couple of scrolls, a bag full of 100 gold pieces. The scrolls, if you pass them around to people, the clerics see them as remove curse and bane scrolls.
Of course, now
The
we have removed curse.
the
Okay. He said a scroll of remove. So it was 2 scrolls.
Yep, one's remove curse, one's bane. 3 potions of healing. You recognize those as what they are, and 100 gold pieces.
Got it.
And
Okay.
there's also a very well kept robe. Kimbe, if you examine that, it definitely has Orcus markings on it. It doesn't look like it's not something that Yaza himself was wearing. When he was there, it was tucked down the bottom of the chest, so you're not sure if it was worn, recently. But there's definitely a very specific room.
All right. Definitely gonna destroy as much of it as I can.
You shred it all up and tear it into shreds, and can light it on fire if you so desire.
Yes.
Yes.
Fire. Fire. And yeah. So that scroll of remove curse and scroll of bane. Does anyone have any problems with me carrying those?
No, I'm good with it.
Makes sense.
You're the one who can use them.
All right.
Give the melee people potions, maybe.
There are 3 potions of healings. Just make sure who has them.
Kelvar would definitely like to take at least one of those.
Okay. I'll gladly carry one so that I can hand off with Mage Hand. And then who wants the 3rd one?
I'll
I've already
take
got 2.
I'm kind of melee.
Give it tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell anyone.
I already have
Okay.
1.
Yeah, having 2 is good.
Okay, I'll have 2.
Okay, so that robe got destroyed.
All signs of Orcus in here have been removed and suitably pacified. Kimba is happy.
Yes. Kimba's very happy and almost looks a little distraught, at the, happy that the stuff is gone, but distraught that it was there to begin with.
That's the best you can do.
One thing you do kind of notice, Kimba, is, or that the clericy people do take note of, is that there really isn't, there's no shrine or little small offering, in Yaz's stuff.
Is there anything under the bed?
No, you toss the place quite well and find nothing. But it seems odd to the clerics in the group that that a follower of Orcus or a follower of anyone wouldn't have some some little shrine of dedication.
It must be elsewhere, and therefore it must be found and destroyed.
Look for secret rooms.
Yeah, you toss the room well, and you're pretty darn sure there's no.
It's probably down that hallway. So let's go the other way first.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Door's
Sorry,
closed.
door's closed. Can't open it.
Kimber runs into the door.
Back out the door.
Yeah. When we go back out the door, I'm going to check that hallway again just to verify things are good.
All right. You flip around the hallway, and you do not hear any sounds of anything down the hallway.
All's quiet for now.
Oh, where's everybody gray?
Because the mage hand hasn't got here with the torch yet.
Oh, sorry.
And I am AFK for half a second. Be right back.
There you are.
I guess Shadow's leading the way.
After you. Wait, in Shadow AFK?
I don't know.
No, I'm not at AFK.
Killavar,
We were going-
just assume that he's with us.
Where are we going? This way?
You have east or west to explore.
Yeah, we had decided we wanted to go west.
You heard some stuff going, from this direction earlier, but that was pre-fight, pre-short rest.
Okay.
Oh, and then Kellivar said, yeah, the black skeleton was going down that direction.
Yeah, I think we wanted to stay away from that thing for the moment.
If we have to fight him, anything we need to know?
You've been told that if they hit you, you feel as weak as a kitten.
Oh, boy.
So mirror image. Got it. Don't let it hit you.
So yeah, Kellivar is up with everybody. You do see a door to the south and a door to the north. It does not take much of a perception to hear hear a bunch of noises from the south door. You actually hear kind of some growly type of laughter, almost kind of a combination of hyena and human speak, like a
Wait,
quite
one more
a-
time?
And
yeah,
that will
quite a few.
forever be recorded on YouTube.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, it, like I said, not subtle. There's obviously a fair amount of something behind this outdoor. Non-human.
All right. And at the north door, we don't hear anything.
North door, you don't hear anything.
All right. So we go north.
Yep. Quietly
Uh,
open it. Or quietly check it and open it.
All right, you taking your time.
Yes.
And actually,
Attention.
As you're taking your time, yeah, Kellivar notes coming around the corner at the.
yeah, I was going to say I can see stuff down at the far end of that hallway there.
Yeah. And you can say, hurry up to Shadow if you so desire.
What is it? What am I seeing down there? It looks like a skeleton.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it looks like one of those black skeletons.
Shadow,
Oh.
we need to go. Hurry that up.
Okay.
Maybe
Make me a roll for this is a give me a roll for a trap. Check traps. So investigation.
Investigation? Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it's not trapped. It is locked. Give me a thieves tools dex. Give me another thieves tools dex. As he's trying to frantically pick it. I'm going to give you one more shot. Give me one more shot.
Guidance.
Someone want to help him? Say, oh, Kimba goes, you got this.
Seriously?
He's trying to pick it, and all of a sudden,
Okay. As soon as he comes within range, I'm gonna toll the dead him, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Click.
will.
Dead.
We know what's coming, right? I'll use mirror image.
Yeah.
And I'll get ready to stand guard or stand up front.
Okay.
Mirror image.
Toll the dead. Mirror image. Sweet. Let's just do this. Group init. Do this. Group init. Caliber roll 16. Was that better than a 10?
Yes.
Yes, it was. Descending. Black Skeleton moves in. Blah blah blah. Kim Caliber tolls dead. Give me a toll dead. Wisdom save. Bink, bink, bink. Where's my wisdom? There it is. He fails. Bong. It's necrotic damage. Does he care about that? Okay. Yeah, Kelevar, I don't know how that manifests. It's in the, what's this spell description? Anyway, however that manifests itself in damage wise, it does not manifest itself as you toll the dead on him. Telnair, you cast.
Okay.
You cast mirror image and move into position. That is kind of pre stuff is what everybody was saying they're doing. So we're just going to go top of order. Cool. Black Skeleton sees a bunch of people standing in front of him, all the same, and he will go up and try to swipe at one of them. He has a short sword. And he swipes at one.
Can I do my blade song also?
Sure.
It's a bonus action, so I kind of figured. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Misses. And is 18 going to hit?
18 does not hit.
And 18 does not hit. Kimba.
Oh, I'm sorry, 18 ties. It's
18 hits. So what do you roll for? See if he does a
D20. If it's 6 or higher, it doesn't hit me.
All right, roll it up.
Doesn't hit me.
Does one of your mirror images go away?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, he swipes through a mirror image. It growls in your general direction. As we all know, skeletons growl.
All right. Kimba is going to step up here so we can see him fully.
Step past me. Kelevar's going to say, it did nothing.
Then let's try the other direction.
Guiding bolt. That's going to hit.
And I'm going to cast it at.
Those guiding bolts are vicious.
Guiding bolt. It was known as the one spell that I had that I stopped memorizing so that I could have Shield of Faith. Makes me sad.
Let's do it. Let's do it up big.
Oh, he's going big. Yeah, that slams into Skeleton, and he does not look happy. Chunks of bone fly off of him. Although he has too many people in front of him, he definitely notices you. Are you happy where you're at?
Gonna back up.
Okay. Kelevar.
Well, I'm a little shaken because I've never actually seen my spell not do that before. That's troublesome. And I remember the warning that the old man gave, but at the same time, if my spells aren't working, I feel compelled to protect. So I'm going to step up next to Telnair and take a swing with my axe.
Okay. I unfortunately have to step away. But I will basically, use the daggers. I retrieved the one that I stabbed the bad guy
Take
with.
a 5-minute break.
It'll be closer to a 15-minute break, I think. But if you guys are willing to take a break with it being close enough to halfway, that'll work too.
I'm up for it if you guys want to. That's fine.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Well, I've just got home
Appreciate
anyway,
it.
so.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
Last thing for his Kilovar has hit, and that hit, and yeah, he and that's the magic hand axe. Yes,
It is.
Cool. Yeah, you chunk into him, and you feel the weight of the axe slam into him, and you feel confident that you have damaged him. I guess this will be a pretty significant break. So,
Hey, Scott, I got a quick question for you.
yeah,
Can I use the Shadowkai race out of the new book?
yeah, sure. How OP is it? I didn't read it. Sure, you can.
Basically, my my Misty Step essentially that lets me teleport 30 feet. I can use it equal to my proficiency bonus instead of once a day.
Oh.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, every time I actually trance, I can choose 2 proficiencies I don't have for either a weapon or tool.
Oh.
I can change it every time I trance.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not nearly as OP as, like, say, the Strixhaven backgrounds or anything like that.
No, like I said, those are, this basically, like my teleport, otherwise it'd be once during a long rest for the entire time I have it. So this at least proficiency for a long rest. So I kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Cool. All right, well, let's take 15, I guess, and then if he's not back, we'll continue on. But so let's just say, a little bit after whatever time it is, the top of the hour.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
5 past.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good.
Do you have any music to play for the stream?
Do I have any music? Let's see. Manage audio. Oops. Tracks.
Some generic music would be fine. Right now I'm actually running ads for like the next 3-4 minutes, but
let's see here. Yeah, I do have tabletop audio. That's sci-fi.
That's what my calendar sounded like earlier.
Age of Sail.
Anyway, I'll see you guys in a few.
All right.
See you.
Oh, here we go. How about... All right. I'm back. I think we got 4 minutes.
I'm back as well, just eating.
Ah, gotcha. My Alien Nightclub music by Tabletop Audio. I don't.
And I am back.
I am back.
Sweet. That's
I'm here.
minus Zen.
I'm here.
Zen's here. Great. Everybody's back. All right. Let's get back to making this an awesome stream.
Here we go. I was running fucking advertisements. I hope we get
One
paid
of
for
us
this.
dies. Yeah.
Last thing was Kelevar slashed into the skeleton and hit him. And the skeleton has missed Talnair by hitting one of his mirror image. Talnair.
Okay. I'm actually going to stay with the dodge action if I'm tanking it.
All right. Dodging it is. Cool. So all your mirror images are dodging around.
Yep.
Shadow. Door's still locked to the north. But
Okay.
other than that,
Well, we got to deal with this thing first. So, given that the axe seemed to have a good effect, I'm going to throw a dagger at it. And since it's in melee, I should have advantage for sneak attack.
yeah. I mean, you have advantage if you want to take your aim, but I mean, you have sneak attack regardless. So,
Okay.
But not advantage unless you. Cool, but that hit anyway. So yeah, it gets sneaks. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, nothing it can do about that. So it takes that. Cool. Ravona.
Summon my fiery friend.
Oh, okay. She's bringing
I will,
fiery friend back.
yeah, put him right behind him, so be more than 10 feet away from Talnir.
Sweet. That's a dex
But
save.
he should be able to detect save.
He made it.
All right, I'm gonna get him to. I can't get him to float up. Can I get him? How tall is the ceiling?
Ceiling's about 12 feet tall.
Still within his reach, isn't it? I don't want him to get touched.
He looks to be engaging with Talnair at this point.
Well, is that possible? I could move him. I mean, he could still move. I think appear and move, maybe. Would you allow that?
No, because you're summoning. The only thing you tell him to do shit on a bonus action, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is the summoning a bonus action?
Summoning is an action.
Oh, summoning is an action. So yeah, you can tell him to do shit on a bonus action.
Yeah.
So
I'll get him to move, if I could, to here, so he'll be in range, not in range, melee range.
Yeah,
He can float.
Yeah, the skeleton will get an attack of opportunity. He's not going to be able to go.
How big is Flame Doggy? Can you, if the ceilings are 12 feet high, can he float up close
That's what
up
I
to the
was trying to
ceiling?
think. Just float up.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll still trigger an attack, but it'll get it out of range.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's going to, saying that he's. Yeah, he can hover up to the top, and you can move him over there. The skeleton's not really concerned about the dog, so
Yeah.
he's not going to try to jump up and
So he's
hit a dog flying over his head. So
he'll be off the ground at least. I'm done for now.
At the top of the round, Kimba.
Yes.
Oh, did he take damage?
Who?
Oh, he made it? Dex?
He made it Dex. Yeah,
oh, yeah. 14. All right.
Kimba.
Well, criminy.
Bink. Did those guys get in? Am I on the right thing? No, I'm not. The door opens up. Top of the round. And you are staring at a. You guys have had some experience, but you're staring at a.
That's what we're hearing.
Yes, what you believe to be a gnoll from
Well, Kelvar's never actually seen one of those before, so he thinks it's an orc.
Okay, yeah, so there you go. Black skeleton. He tries to hit down there. First one. Oh, sorry. I want to click on the right thing. 15 misses. Oh, you're dodging, correct? So all are dodging, and 18 is going to hit anyway. Roll me whatever you need to roll.
8 or higher. I'm good.
Second one's gone. Kimba, you're staring at a gnoll face looking at you.
AFK a sec.
Sure.
All right. Kimba is going to.
As the battle sounds has made them decide to open the door and see what's going on.
I'm just going to cast a first level inflict wounds on this gnoll.
Okay. That's probably going to hit. Let me pull up my gnoll. Yes, it does. And he lets out a terrible gnoll-like scream that's half dog, half human. Now that's on YouTube forever. Are you happy where you're at? He's still standing there.
Needs to be more hyena-like.
Yeah. I don't know what a hyena does. Sure.
I think we should just go around. Go around.
And everybody do one?
We should all just try to make a hyena sound.
Okay, let's do that. Go for it.
Since you volunteered, have at it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me try to remember what the Warcraft 3 sound was. It was more like. Arr, arr.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, with a little doggy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're the only one that wanted to do that.
Oh, I got this. Hold on.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do we get if we do it?
The saddest, whoever the GM thinks makes the best hyena war sound gets to have
Inspiration.
Inspiration, yes.
Inspiration. Okay.
All right.
Who wants to try next?
I thought you were going.
Oh, me? Oh, okay. 1 second.
Yeah, you can't play the sound. Yeah, you can't Look at him. Look at him. He's over here adding adding something to our
Adding
message
bots and
board.
such.
Yeah, botting such. Yeah. Hyena
Yeah, the
sound.
Sirenscape bot.
All right. Only if nobody else takes it, then nobody else tries, then the inspiration is going to go to Kimba. That's pretty good. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Rubber Raggy.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's good.
That's not the first time I've heard him make that sound.
Here we go. I win.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, now it's gone to the point of annoying. Ravona, do you want to try?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Shadow, do you want to try?
Put everything down.
I'm going to go with. Although Kimba was.
I don't want to break character. I'm playing a cat.
Yeah. Okay. As Kimba, I liked it. It was a good, solid one, but I enjoy the humor from Kelevar. So.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So Kelevar, you now have inspiration.
Nothing for
Kimba,
ingenuity.
Are you nothing for
Ingenuity.
ingenuity? No. Kimba,
Yeah, I'm gonna say so.
All right.
Yeah.
Then my Knowles do shit. Oh, this
More
Knowles right there.
importantly, we've now established that it is canon in this entire campaign world that gnolls sound like Scooby-Doo.
We do. Yeah, that's true. He goes, "Row," and he tries to bite you. Why not? Sure. 21.
It's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit, and he bites you for 3 piercing damage. Kelevar, you notice the door open, and you see the gnoll stick his face out and bite Kimba.
Lizard Snacks, you got that?
I'll take care of it.
Okay, in that case, I am swinging at the skeleton again.
Alrighty. That's gonna hit, and you continue your assault of smashing bones.
I think I'm going to try and shift a little bit, though.
Sure.
If I move to there, and God damn it,
He's gonna get attack on you.
I was trying to stay within 5 feet of him. Basically, I'm trying to get myself a little bit closer to Kimba, but I don't think I can actually get there without eating an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, he's gonna get an attack of opportunity if you move that direction.
So
Kimba's good, man. You guys finish him off, and then we can all focus down this door. For right now, I'll keep it as a funnel.
Okay.
So you happy where you're at? This gnoll. He reaches for his longbow that he has, and he will try to shoot Kimba because he can see Kimba, and he misses horribly. Down there.
Continue dodging.
The skeleton's not looking great, but he is definitely frustrated by missing you. Shadow.
Okay.
Probably see into the. You can probably see the various gnolls in the.
Okay.
To the south.
That skeleton's still currently my highest threat, so bonus action, Mage Hand grabs the dagger I threw earlier, and I'll throw my second dagger at the skeleton, and I will steady aim for advantage.
Okay, I think bonus action's your steady aim.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, so I can't do that. So,
yeah,
because I'll retrieve the dagger and then I'll just throw it at the other one.
Because I forgot I was going to use my magic interaction to kick it towards you, but if you've got Mage Hand on it, that's even better.
It's going to trigger, I hope.
12 is going to miss the black skeleton.
Dang. Okay.
Gnolls. They are firing arrows at you and doing horribly at it. but a volley of arrows comes toward 15, Kimba?
Nope.
18?
18 matches.
4 piercing.
I'm still good.
17 misses. We're at Ramona.
I'm gonna move to see into the room. Not sure if I could actually see more than that. I don't want to get that close. Can't share space with Shadow, huh?
No. Stand right next to Shadow.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Fairy Fire into the center of the room.
No.
Is
Okay.
it 20? Was it 20?
I don't know. Pop the spell. I think it's a 20.
20, yeah.
You're probably going to get everybody.
Mm.
20 cube, blah, 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 blah. They get dex rolls, right? Dexterity save. Okie doke. So let's
14.
try this. Group check, dexterity. DC is 14. Submit. Damage is nothing. Just making sure if they. Really? Does that not work? Son of a bitch. Alright, hold on a sec. Sorry. Dex. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Who got
5. 5. Alright, 3 of them.
3 that got tagged, yeah.
So we will fairy fire this guy.
I'll move back.
Blue,
Not gonna be in firing range.
blue, and he's in blue. Cool.
And
dog?
Flame Seed. And I
Flame
tell him to stay out of the way. I mean, stay out of.
Gonna miss.
Stay out of range if you could.
Yeah, he's still swinging at. He's still swinging at the annoying mirrored image dodge, which is gonna miss, and it's gonna hit. Is that the last one, or maybe the last one? Right?
11 or higher. 9. Okay, 11 or higher.
Oh,
Shield
all
spell.
right. Oh, you suck. All right, shield spell it is. Clank. He clanks off the shield. Does that mean you still have a mirrored thing, or does that mean it's gone?
Mirror thing is not gone.
Mirror image doesn't require concentration.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gone.
So it's
No. What he's saying is, if he didn't hit the mirror thing and he hit you instead because you did because you're
right.
It's
It's the
still
mirror.
up.
Oh, still up.
So,
Okay.
so the one still remains, and you still have to roll.
Still have to roll 11 or higher. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, cool. So Kimba
All right.
definitely dodges most of the volley of arrows coming at him.
And Kimba did not like that the knoll bit him, so he's going to bite him back.
Oh, he tries. It seems reasonable, but he doesn't kind of have the same gnashing as the knoll does.
Hold on.
Yep.
There's one other thing.
All right.
I didn't tag that one, right?
Yeah, you did not tag that one.
Yeah.
Higher than half your proficiency rounded up. All right. I'm going to channel divinity and harness divine power to give myself a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay. Sweet. Is that just an action or a bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay. This guy doesn't like you trying to bite him, so he's going to try to bite you back. 15 is going to miss. Gullivar, you see the lizard and Knoll trying to bite each other furiously. And you also see a bunch of arrows shoot through the door. Definitely.
Stop trying to bite the orc. So, question: is Shadow's dagger on the floor near me here?
I'll tell you what. We'll start at the top and go around with the D12, like a time thing. So we'll say it is at 5 o'clock. So it's